There was like 10 seconds left in that timer, and I was like, I better run to the bathroom really quick, just in case, you know, just so I won't have to get up later. And my children are currently in the family room. They set up this massive fort. They call it paradise, where they've got blankets out and they've got this little tent up and they have all this stuff. Charlotte brought all her art supplies in there. They've got all their stuffed animals in there. They've completely taken over the family room. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. So that's what they're doing for quiet time today. They are having a grand old fort time. And I think that sounds great. We only have one couch. And so having like, building a fort is kind of hard. So we have to use like chairs and things. But a while ago, gosh, years ago, my mother-in-law got Charlotte this like arched like tent thing that's supposed to go over a twin mattress, like half of the twin mattress. So we busted that out today and now they're using that. So look at you guys. How's it going? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We've got Wolf. We've got Padawan Mac. We've got Peony Bear and Paladroon and Dadbots. Oh my gosh, it's a party. And when I put up that tent, they had those little rods that like you stick one in, you know, and they arch over the thing. They're fiberglass. And I got all these little fiberglass pieces in my hands without thinking about it. I was just like, you know, putting it all together. And I was like, ow, why does my hand hurt? So I took some duct tape and I laid it down on my hand. And then I slowly peeled it up. Totally got all the fiberglass out. Absolutely, totally works. Oh my gosh, Scarecrow, you're so early. Ooh, but I could feel one. I just felt one. It didn't get everything out, but it did. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, there was one. Remember about a year ago when I somehow wrote that Manic Monday parody? Well, it happened again. This is based on Piano Man by Billy Joel. It's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. Familiar names trickle in. I really should go grab a water cup. Good heavens, it's time to begin. I hope I've got this right. They say, Suze, do you know this one RPG? The ending will leave you a mess. The characters moving and the symphony's soothing. I'm certain you'll love it the best. Ooh, that's low. La da 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 dee da. La 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 da dee da da dum. Tell us a tale, dear Susie Grace. Please let your heart be known. Oh, how we cherish this company and community spirit you've grown. That is amazing. What do you mean you just accidentally somehow wrote a parody to Manic Monday? Those words are incredible. VT, how's it going? Good to see you. Those words are amazing. I just didn't really know where to start on that pitch. Because Piano Man is written for a male voice, so I was trying not to go too low, and I still went too low. That is absolutely incredible. Have you ever, like, I'm gonna have to record it. Well, I mean, I kind of have it recorded, but I'm gonna have to start higher. Yeah, Scarecrow's like, so remember that one time that I kind of sort of casually wrote this song? What is that like? What is that like, Scarecrow? To be cooler than the rest of us? Like, tell me, what is that like? Scarecrow's like, oh, you know, it's fine. It's totally cool and fine. Like, I'm just one of the coolest. I am the greatest. That's really amazing. Good for you. Fiberglass pieces in my hand. But that's okay. Most of them are gone, so that's all right. It's a Tuesday. Okay, Paladrin's here. Question. I have two things that I want to talk about, but I just right before I started going live, I saw this thing on, I saw this video on YouTube it was like a short, and it said Disney, and I'm sure this is probably not like that shocking. Well, it's not shocking to me, but it said Disney executives or Disney shareholders or whatever are worried that, oh wait, what? This is different. Why is this different? Why are they making me build this in a different way? Did we do this on the other side? I don't think we... Did we add? Oh, okay. All right. Well, whatever. So I'm just following the instructions. Literally every time I build, I'm like, what? They're saying that their customer base is at an all-time low. And that I'm not playing anything right now. Their customer base is at an all-time low, and they are worried that they are losing customers and that people are not coming back to Disney, and they are worried and afraid that their parks are too expensive. Let's do the math here. Let's do the math. Can somebody do the math for me? How much does it cost for my family of 4 people to go spend, let's say 3 days at Disney? Okay, let's say 3 days. How much would it cost for me to take my family? That's not even including airfare. Let's just say only entrance to the park, food, no fast pass. So that's what, $150 per person, per ticket, per day. So that's 150 per person per day. And then that's not even, so that's just entrance fees. Peony says at least 4,000 is my guess in the end, including lodging. Oh, that's true. We do have to think about lodging. So let's think about, oh, did I not get that piece? So $150 per person per day. And then food, which is probably about $10 a person let's say $15 a person, and that's the cheap side. Let's say $15 per person, 3 times a day for food. I mean, you guys get what we're saying here? Like, it's absolutely insane to go to Disney, to take your family to Disney. Trekkie, how are you? Good morning. Isn't that from the Lorax? That beginning part is bananas. Like, it's absolutely crazy. It's great, actually. I kind of love it. So for us to go, it would be easily like Peony said, like 4,000, something like that for just a couple days. So forgive me, Disney execs, but like, yeah, your park has become, you've outpriced the average American person. Like, there's no way people can afford to go anymore. And then when you tack on like when you tack on how much time you spend waiting in line, and the fact that you're not even guaranteed. Why are they doing it this way? I don't understand. They've changed this up every single time. Are they like worried about copywriting their own? Oh no, that's different. That's also different. It's not the right one. This one is the right one? Yeah. Yeah, why would they do it that way? Okay, we've now made 4 of these. And every single time they've told me to do it in a different way. Every single time. That doesn't make any sense. Why is this on the bottom though? That's my question, because they did not do that for the other ones. Anyway, so when you price out average American families, people have to completely drain their bank accounts to go. And then not only that, and I know, Paladrun is close to Disney, or Disney World anyway, used to get season passes. I don't know if he gets season passes anymore. But when you tack on the like fast pass, that video just said that the fast pass is an extra $400 per person. Is that true? That it's $400 per person? But even then, even when you have a fast pass, you still have to kind of wait in line. Didn't fast passes used to be free? Because I feel like we went, I feel like we went when fast passes were free. And you just had to be at the ride at a certain time. And then they put it behind a paywall. It's just totally bonkers to me. Like, of course nobody's going. Are you kidding? Like, nobody can afford that. Oh, this is supposed to go on the outside. Okay. So like that doesn't feel very sturdy, but okay. And then that is supposed to go there, I guess. So that also doesn't feel very sturdy, but okay. That is Flego in a nutshell. Doesn't feel super sturdy, but we're here gonna do it together. They're making sure you're paying attention. I know. And I mean, listen, I understand that it costs money to make a really amazing experience. Like, I get that. I totally understand that, because Disney is the only place I've ever been to where I really, truly feel like I was transported to a totally different world. And what's crazy about Disney is that it's so clean. And these structures are sitting out in the sun for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours every single day. And yet they never look like they're peeling. They never, like, not even railings are peeling. Like, we stayed in a Disney hotel last time we went, and not once did I see any paint peeling on any surface anywhere. And yet they're out in the Florida hot sun all day long, every day. It's wild to me. I don't understand how they do that. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a tiny little piece. You know what? I think I can dump those out in here now, because that is... There it is. Tiny piece. Yeah, they take out loans to go to Disney because they feel like somehow they're supposed to, like, it's like a rite of passage or something, and that their kids should experience it. But the reality is people can't afford it anymore. So how are they going to fix it? Do you think they'll ever fix it? Because still, even with it being as expensive as it is, there's still tons of people that go every year, all the time. Tons of people that go. So it's wild to me that people can sit and complain about the prices and then be like, but we're going to go anyway. I mean, Dad Bods just went. And I mean, I know you guys had a good time, but like, do you feel like it was worth the money you paid? Because for me, it's like, we had a DAS pass, so we were able to get in without waiting in line. If we hadn't had the DAS pass, because my mother-in-law has like problems with her foot and was on a mobility scooter, I legitimately do not believe it would have been worth it. We would have been waiting in line for hours. We would have only gotten like 5 rides in, maybe, during the day. That is just crazy to me. I'm not really sure like what they can do to fix it, because it's like, well, what about Harry Potter World? That's a good question, because Harry Potter World is sneaky, because in order to experience the whole of Harry Potter World, you have to buy tickets to both parks. So if you want to go to Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, you have to buy tickets. You have to buy tickets to both Epic. I'm sorry, not Epic. Epic is the new one that just opened. You have to buy tickets to Islands of Adventure, and you have to buy entry tickets into Universal Studios. And then the 2 parks are together, and then they're connected by a train ride. So in order to get to the other park, you have to get on the train, but you have to show that you have a ticket to Universal Studios or vice versa or whatever. And because this was the only thing I was paying for, I bought both me and Charlotte tickets to both, and it was just the 2 of us. I bought us tickets to both parks so we could experience the whole Harry Potter experience, and I bought us fast passes, but that was just 2 of us. And still that cost me a couple $100. That wasn't even including food or anything like that. So, I mean, I don't really know how you fix it, because like, or maybe they should just cap it. Maybe it should just be like only certain people, like, or only a certain amount of people can come in the park. Because if you just let as many people into the park as possible, I mean, everybody's just going to be stuck waiting in these massive, massive lines all day long. And then everybody's miserable. I don't know. It's pretty wild to me. I don't understand. I mean, there's only so much of a capacity a park can have. You know what I mean? Let's see. And it's Sword Art. Just hope your kid's grad night includes a trip to Disneyland/World. Yeah, hope that the school fronts most of it. They're like, we're actually going to take... Okay, wait. I'm looking for a gray one of those. I do not see a gray one. And it's like light gray. Where's this light gray piece I'm looking for? It looks like this, but it's gray. It's here somewhere. Somewhere. There it is. It was hiding. Okay, wait. Black, gray, gray. And then we need a gray piece that's cornered. It's a light gray piece like that. And I got the right piece, right? Yes. Okay, so we turn that over. And then we stick the gray piece on it. And I'm going to catch up with chat in just a second. And then this goes here. Oh, no, I did that wrong. Like that. And then this comes here. And then this is here. And then this goes on the end. This is different. We don't like things that are different than us. Okay, yeah, that's totally different. I don't know. Just go rob a bank. Okay, wait. Jane, how are you? Sorry, I meant to say hello and I totally forgot. You can definitely see peeling paint around the parks on hand railings, but yeah, their process of that maintenance is unbelievable. Okay, we never saw any peeling paint, but, okay, wait. Lightning lanes are $22 to $25 right now per park. Okay, what is a lightning lane? And the premium pass pushes $400 in Magic. What is a lightning lane versus the genie? Like what, how, Shane's like Six Flags Georgia looks like a park that used to be nice. I just don't, I guess, I don't know. I just don't understand how anybody justifies it, because then once you spend all the money, then it's like, do you really enjoy yourself? Because you've got these miserable kids, you're walking around all day. I guess it depends on how old your kids are. You know what? I'm going to turn this just a little bit. There we go. I guess it depends on how old your kids are, because Charlotte was great. Charlotte, you know, she was able to do just fine, and like she wasn't crazy cranky or anything, but we also didn't have to wait very long in line because we had a DAS pass. And then when we went to Harry Potter World / you know, all that stuff, we bought a fast pass as well. We got a fast pass where we could go on every single ride one time without waiting in the regular line. But I was like, dude, it's a massive park. We're not going to have time to ride any other rides anyway. We're not going to have time to sit and go, what other ride should we ride again? Like, we're not going to have that kind of time, because we're going to have to eat and we're going to do all these things. And so, and it worked out perfectly. We didn't need that pass. Okay. Once again, I'm looking through all my pieces and I do not see another piece like this one, this black piece here. Part of the problem is I can't lean over because my mic is in the way. I mean, Charlotte and Auden are really lucky that their grandpa paid for it, because we couldn't afford to take them at all. Wolf has never been, but I always assumed that the reason it is spendy is because it takes extra money to maintain the experience. Well, yeah, like we were looking at, I used to show Auden these little like, okay, no, it's really not here. Where is those things? I'm supposed to have another black piece that's like cornered. Dude, we deal with this all the time. Every time I sit down to build, I'm like, I feel like I'm missing this piece. And then maybe I'm not, but it's Lindsay and John. Oh man, best of friends. They get here at the same time. How cute. Cute, or as my dad used to say, cute. That's so cute. I am legitimately missing a piece. I cannot find this piece. It's supposed to be black. Did I? That's part of why Paladrin loves being so close to Disney. I get the memories every single time I go back, so it's a reminder of all the previous vacations and the feelings that came with it. It helps to keep that magic alive in a way I can't really do with other vacations. That reminds me of something. Didn't Dad Bod say, I feel like most vacations aren't even really worth it at this point now? Oh, Genie Plus is now Lightning Lane. Okay, got it. Paladrin's like, we're going to Disneyland in December and I'm so excited. Okay, wait, Disney, like land? Okay, wait, Dadbod says, I personally don't feel like most vacations are worth the cost. You just have, and when you have little kids and everything, there's just so much that goes into it. Vacations aren't actual vacations, they're work. If you want to take a vacation, you just need to go somewhere where you don't plan anything. You just stay at a hotel and just do nothing all the time. Okay, but seriously though, where is this piece? I didn't misplace it. At least I don't think I did. Hold on. They asked for it here, and so I used it here. And then they asked for another one here. And so I used another one there. But now I'm literally missing a piece. This is what you get. Get what you pay for. And I'm tempted to like open up the other, like look for this piece in the other bags. But I feel like that would just cause problems down the road. You know what I mean? Down the way. Yeah, there's supposed to be another like corner piece, like a black corner piece that is absolutely essential. And I can't find it. I used one there and then I used one here. It's always an adventure. It's an e-venture. Every time I sit down to build, I'm like, what's gonna go wrong today? We don't know. Hey, it's Darren! I keep thinking it'll magically appear, but it's like legitimate. I mean, I can pick out, well, just got rid of my thing, but. Was I supposed to open another bag and they didn't tell me? I don't think so. No, these are all the same bag. Okay, that's a black piece. This is a black piece I need, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is a black piece. I mean, and since my husband works, you know, owns his own business, we don't ever get to take vacations because if he doesn't work, he doesn't make money. He doesn't get paid time off. I never got paid time off either because I worked in the beauty industry. And so if I, you know, beauty industry, very few salons offer like benefits like that. And so I never got to take paid time off either. Like we just ate it if we had to go anywhere. And now that Ander is the main breadwinner, like we don't ever take, it's stuck on the gray piece. What are the chances? We found it! Huzzah! I feel like trips, I think it depends on the person because some people are really good at dealing with just chaos and kind of insanity and like really sitting down and making those things happen. I am not the best at dealing with that kind of chaos. I get a little snarky and I don't mean to. I have stickers all over me and I can feel hair on me and it's freaking me out. I am not the greatest. I mean, ever since I had kids, I'm definitely better at rolling with the punches, but I definitely don't prefer just rolling with the punches. I definitely prefer structure. It's Rumi. I'm never snarky. That reminds me, you guys, have any of you heard of the author John Klassen? You must go look up John Klassen right now because his books are absolutely fantastic. And what Rumi just said reminds me a lot of something that happened. He wrote a new one called The Rock from the Sky, and it's a masterpiece. And that reminds me of something he says. I don't need help. I never need help. Okay. I'm going to sit here and take a nap. Would you like to take a nap with me? No, I am not tired. I am never tired. So funny. They're so deadpan. His books are so deadpan, but I love them so much. One of them is called I Love My Hat. And one of them is called This Is Not My Hat. And then there's another one called We Found a Hat. And then there's The Rock from the Sky. And then there's Circle, Square, and Triangle, which they made the show, what's it called? Shape Island about, which I thought was okay. I didn't think it was like amazing, but it was okay. But it's based on those books. He is so funny. All his characters are so deadpan. Okay, is there another like small black piece that I'm missing here? And I know I'm missing a lot in chat. I'm sorry. I actually was just hanging out with Sydney today, and she's S Bell in chat when she comes and hangs out. And I was like, I am having the hardest time focusing over the past week. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have the hardest over the last week, just over the last week, I have really struggled trying to like keep my attention with what I'm doing, what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know if it's because this Lego set is not as straightforward, and so it's harder to like pay attention to or whatever, or I don't know. I don't know what it is, but all last week, I felt like I had the hardest time keeping chat balanced and everything. It's just been nuts. And that's probably part of it. It's the fact that this freaking set, the instructions are so wild and so like all over the place. Can't really make heads or tails of it. Yeah, I would totally read it on stream right now. But it's copyrighted and I shouldn't, but I have it checked out on the iPad right now through Kindle, through our library. Masterpiece of a book. John Klassen, Jon Klassen, John Klassen. Do yourself a favor and read his books because they are absolutely fantastic. I love them so much. Right? This is right. This is right. I just feel like there's so much going on. Oh my God. I have an idea. Oh, that almost breaks my heart. That sounds like such little Charlotte. Whoa, that is not on there very well at all, but that's okay. That's fine. It's fine. Okay, we're gonna turn this around and then this is gonna go right here. Yeah, some people are really good at doing like planning vacations and stuff, and some people are just not. And I feel like I'm okay at it, but I struggle. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Is that supposed to hang off the edge? Oh, no, it's not. See? Lego? Oh, it's all coming apart. VT, are you having heart palpitations? I bet. Oh, that's because I was supposed to. Oh no, never mind. Wait. If this is supposed to go here, yeah, and that's supposed to go there. Oh, is this too long? Oh, that's my problem. It's because I cannot count. Nope, that's the same size. It's because Susie Grace doesn't know how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goodness gracious. Okay, now I know how to count, and that makes everything better. That makes perfect sense. Oh! This thunder drop better be worth it. Who am I kidding? It's totally gonna be worth it. For me, it kind of depends on the vacation. Like a Disney vacation or something. What is your job? You know, that would be so much work. And I don't know if I would really be down with doing all that work. But a vacation to like go out and see my family, oh yeah, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I'm not playing anything. Like, it's time for me to play something, but good heavens to Betsy. I feel like, you know what? This Flego set thwarts my Lego building time. I feel like I got way more done in a Lego build per stream than I do with these Flego sets. And it's this Flego set. And it's because I've spent half the time being like, wait, what? This doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Okay, all right. Okay. Paladrin doesn't love the planning. I prefer the more spontaneous approach. There's nothing better for me than going to Disney on my own and just doing whatever I feel like at whatever pace. And you know what? That's fine. Everybody has a different way of doing things. My dad is a planner. 100%. I always know that when he and I are going to get together, I always know that I'm going to get a phone call right before the trip happens where he's like, all right, Suze, let's do a little bit of planning. I know it. It happens every time, and I love him dearly for it. It's so sweet. But I've also found it's because he's excited, and that is his way of like pumping himself up and like experiencing the magic before the trip happens. He wants to experience, he wants it to happen, and he's excited. So he starts planning it and calls and is like, let's plan our time, you know? Okay. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Mechanical dinosaur building set. I know. I know, I'm missing a lot of Disney talk. No, Paladin loves Disney, and I think that's wonderful. And if people can go, I think that's great. I just found it very funny that they were like, Disney's like, we're losing people. That's crazy. And I'm like, well, when you charge over $1,000 a day with everything included for all your people, yeah, you're gonna miss people. You're gonna lose people. Because there are a lot of people out there who can't even afford their groceries. You know what I'm saying? So it does feel a little outrageous when it comes to like the price of a Disney trip when there are so many people out there that can barely even make ends meet. And this gets into a whole different can of worms altogether. I just found it funny. That video just made me laugh because I was like, well, nadoy, Disney. Like, it's like $1,500 for me to take one. You know, it was a couple $100s for me to take me and Charlotte to experience Harry Potter World. So yeah, if you factor in like fast passes for everybody and food for everybody and lodging for everybody, there's no way most people are not going to be able to afford that. I went through and collected all the gems. I know, in this economy. Darren asks, hey, you guys, with 90s, 100s coming up here in Oregon, you want to know the command for my mood? Do you? You're all insane. Peony, are you asking me what my favorite childhood vacation location, favorite childhood vacation location? I actually traveled a lot as a kid. I don't know how we did it, to be honest. Granted, it was cheaper back then. If I'm being totally honest, I think my parents went into a lot of debt for it, so that was not as awesome. I would probably say Europe. We went to Europe when I was 14. We spent a summer in Europe, and it was magic. I mean, I was 14 years old, and thank goodness for that little map upgrade because I got everything. What I did not do was the caves. So, Grandpa, thanks for the lurk, man. How's it going? I mean, he's lurking, so I don't want to, like, he's busy. Remember when I thought these were fairies? Yeah, these are not fairies. These are mosquitoes. Mosquitoes. I do not like mosquitoes. I would say that it would be Europe. We spent a summer in Europe when I was 14, and we drove. So we flew into Paris, and then we drove. You know what? My Europe journal is in the, it's in the attic right now. I could find it. And I kept a journal the whole time we were there. We flew into Paris, and then we rented a minivan, and we drove like across, we drove through France, and we drove to Denmark and Germany and Luxembourg. We drove through Luxembourg looking for our hotel. We drove straight through Luxembourg looking for our hotel. And my dad was like, yo, we just drove through a country looking for a hotel. We finally found it eventually. I believe that was the place we stayed on July 4th. And I remember asking my dad where we were going to watch fireworks. And my dad was like, what country are you in? We're not getting fireworks. And I was like, oh, right. So that's probably my favorite. And I have a whole entire journal. I kept a journal of the entire trip. And that is one of my best, that's probably one of my greatest accomplishments, in my opinion, was to actually keep a journal of the entire trip we took. And it was our family of 5. To be totally honest, I have no idea how we did it. I was under the impression that was stupid. I was under the impression that my grandpa had passed away earlier that year, and I thought he'd left my dad and my mom, or my dad, I guess, some money. But then I found out later, I don't think that's the case. So I think they put that trip on a credit card. I could be wrong. I've never actually asked my dad about it. I have no idea. Chiron, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Happy Tuesday. What? I thought that did not hurt me if I was doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like my jetpack thingy dingy. But apparently I'm wrong. So I have lots of memories and lots of crazy experiences that we had in Europe. I was 14 at the time. So my brother was what, like 18? We had lots of crazy experiences, but that's what I would say. And then we also did a tour for like church history and American history over on the East Coast, because the church has a whole lot of history over there. And so we also went on like an American history / church history tour where we were with like tour buses and we were with a tour group. And that was really fun too. I enjoyed that a lot. It was really interesting to see all the history. And we went to the Vietnam War Memorial, and we went to the Lincoln Memorial, and we went to the, you know, all the war memorials that are there. We saw the Washington Monument. We saw the White House through the fence. Like we experienced all that cool stuff. And then we also got to see some church history. We saw where Joseph Smith was born, where his little cabin was, and we saw where Joseph Smith was murdered. We saw Liberty Jail where he was murdered and all this stuff. So that was really, really fun. That was like a summer as well. And that was just me and my dad and my mom and my sister. My brother did not come with us on that one. Instead, he stayed home and ended up throwing a party where some kid got drunk and did a fire breathing act, I guess, in our basement. And my brother did not think we were going to notice the smoke on the ceiling, the smoke damage on the ceiling. So yeah, we got home from that. My parents were like, Joseph. And they even told him before we left, they were like, no parties. And of course, my brother threw a party. So it's a bad situation all around. What I hear you saying is that your family secretly went on a national treasure style hunt for your grandfather's money. Maybe, man. I don't know. I thought that we took that trip. Well, the reason we took the trip in the first place was because it wasn't just because my parents were like, let's take the kids to Europe, honey. It was because my dad had to go to England for a study abroad program with his school. So they did pay for that part. Or they helped pay for part of it. But then at the end of the summer, my dad actually wrote a one-man play about Brigham Young, who was one of the prophets of the church in the latter days, like these days, like back in like 1900. I can't remember when it was. And he wrote a one-man show about Brigham Young. And so he actually was able to perform that one-man show at the Edinburgh Festival in Scotland. And that was going to be at the end of the summer. And since he had to be there at the beginning of the summer and at the end of the summer, my dad was like, let's just take the kids. And so we made a whole trip of the whole entire summer. And we flew out there in the like beginning of June. And then we came home at the end of, no, I think we came home at the beginning of August. And it was really fun, but it was absolutely exhausting. We had to drag our suitcases everywhere, but I had the time of my life, and I will never, ever forget being able to go to Europe with my family. It was so much fun. We had a great time, lots of really amazing memories, lots of crazy things happened. My dad and my brother got gassed in a subway along with a whole bunch of other people. Yeah, it was nuts. Like there was lots of crazy stuff that happened. We accidentally left our camera sitting on a bench at a museum for like 4 hours and nobody took it. We got back to the museum when we realized it was gone and nobody had taken it. We saw a lot of what we liked to say were blessings, because there were definitely things that could have gone horribly wrong, but we were okay. Where was Nick Cage? Never saw Nick Cage. We went to the Tower of London. We went to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. We had an apartment. We stayed in hotels, and then in England, we stayed in London for 3 weeks, and we had a little apartment we rented for 3 weeks. And then in Scotland, we stayed in Edinburgh, and we had a little apartment we stayed in for 2 weeks. And other than that, it was all like hotels. And that's where I got my 4th Harry Potter book, which I've shown on stream before. Because it's different. It's different than the American ones. I prefer it. I prefer the... Harry just looks a little more with it in the 4th ones. He looks a little bit of a goober in the American versions, if you ask me. Maybe only in the 4th and 5th one. I don't know. We must be nearing the end of this game because we just destroyed the 3rd Doomsday device. Oh, do we not trust Rosie? Rosie, what's going on, Rosie? Were you lying to me? Rosie? Rosie. Rosie's a liar. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe Rosie knows. I'm not sure. Trekkie says, my dad has been to Europe several times, mainly places like Germany, Poland, and the Czech Republic, all for the music history side of things. We did not go to the Czech Republic, and we did not go to Poland. We went to Belgium. We were in Belgium. We were really excited in Belgium because they had a hotel that had American channels. So we were able to watch like all these old Cartoon Network cartoons and stuff like in English. Which was kind of nice. It was a nice change, but oh, that reminds me. I was just going through some pictures from my mom that have been sitting on my TV stand for like ages. Well, obviously since my mom passed away like 2 years ago. And I found all our old Legoland stuff, but it's all in Denmark. It's all in Danish because we went to the one in Denmark. So I have it. It's just sitting in there. My mom made copies of all the like, you know, all the paperwork and stuff, like the little pamphlets and things like that. Oh, hello. Because I think she was working on Europe, like, binders for each of us kids. Oh, you definitely need that upgrade to get up here. I see that now. Boom. Birdie num num seats. Num num seats. The one true Legoland. We went twice because I think my mom accidentally got us multi-day passes, even though because she couldn't understand the language. And so we went twice because we had a day where we didn't have a lot planned. And so we were like, well, I guess we'll just go back to Legoland. So we went 2 times, but that was before Lego. I mean, that was when Lego was crazy, like super popular, but it wasn't what it is now. It wasn't like rebranded with the Lego movie, like all those characters and all that animation and stuff that they have now. It wasn't really like that, but it was still pretty impressive. We rode on all the rides and we saw the little mini city and we saw like, it was crazy. But Legoland now, especially here in the States, is like a straight up theme park. And there, I felt like Legoland was actually relatively small for what it was. I don't remember how much it cost to get inside, but space is completely unexplored and ripe with new business opportunities. I've managed to build a new life out of nothing before, kiddo. If anything, I'm more prepared now than when I was younger. So we're all gonna go to space on this rocket. Let's go talk to Rosie. I did like going to the East Coast, but man, was the East Coast muggy. Super muggy. Oh my gosh, it was so muggy. Because we went smack bang in the summer and it was really muggy. And then I've traveled to Boston. Boston's cool. I've been to California. California is cool. I've been to Vegas. Vegas was fun. I went with my dad. So I actually did a lot of traveling when I was a kid, but we drove a lot of places. But my mom had family that lived in, Boston. My grandparents lived in Michigan, so we kind of went. What? Are you serious? Wait, what? I can't use the thing? Oh. I feel like it's almost easier to go up than it is to go, well, maybe not. Maybe it isn't easier to go down than it is to go up. I think Rosie is I don't know, maybe not. I don't know, man. That would be a surprise, though. I did not expect... Oh, look, I do see things that I forgot though. See, like this one? I think that'll explode it. Yeah. For $4. Right. Got it. Awesome. So glad I got that. I'd love to take my kids back to Europe someday. I would love to go back to Europe, but I don't ever see that happening. This scary music, I hate it. Okay. I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen an entrance. Yeah, see, I came up on that cave and I feel like I was like, that looks like the one that's in the place, the oasis or whatever. No reason you couldn't take them as adults. That's true. And I don't think Ander would go with us. Yeah, I don't necessarily mean I want to take my kids like when they're young. I just mean someday I'd love to take my girls. It would definitely be easier if they were adults. It would be a heck of a lot easier if they were adults, or at least somewhat independent. Like Charlotte is a dream to travel with right now. Not that we do a lot of traveling, but she's such a dream to travel with when we do travel, because she can carry all her own stuff. She doesn't sit and whine. She doesn't, you know, she's not like, how much longer? Like, she's perfectly fine to just sit and do her screens. She doesn't have, you know, she doesn't need massive amounts of snacks or anything like that. She can carry her own crap. She is a dream to travel with. So Auden is getting there, but the older your kids get, and this goes for Lindsay as well, because I know Lindsay's got a little one that, I mean, they seem to travel a lot, which I think is great. And Lindsay is good at it from what it sounds like. And I think that's wonderful. It definitely gets easier the younger your kids, or the older your kids get, because then it's like, well, you know, you don't have to carry their stuff and you don't have to pack so much. And you can be like, okay, put all your stuff on your screen and make sure you're prepared. Like, make sure you've got all your stuff on there, and you don't have to be like, all right, well, you know, I've got to download all these different movies for you on this iPad, you know, because Auden kind of needs me to just like put a bunch of stuff on there. She's not capable of being responsible for that, but Charlotte is. Charlotte could be like, well, I want this and I want this and I want this on the iPad. The Lego Up House is $27.64, down from $60. Dang, that's cheap for Legos. I don't like the look of that rocket at all. I'm sorry, how is those things? How do I... Can I go down there? No. Can I break that? I can't do anything. Oh, I can walk past it. Oh. Oh, this is going to be some sort of puzzle situation. I 100% thought that I couldn't get past that little table. Wait a minute. I just lit a rocket. Rockets explode. Boom. What is that from? Is that from Toy Story? Like we were just talking about yesterday? Why did I bring up Toy Story? I think we were talking about animation and how incredible I just read the word imagination, how incredible the animation of Toy Story 1 versus Toy Story 4 is. Like, shocking, the difference. And then I remembered, I asked Charlotte the other day, have you ever even seen Toy Story 1? Because all of a sudden I was like, I don't know if she's ever actually watched that. She said she has, and she said it was, oh. I guess I can't do it that way. It's when he's using the RC car. That's right. Rockets explode. I'd love to take... Oh, it's up there. I can hear it. So that means it's optional. Okay. What? Oh, it's close. Oh, we have two here. Rosie, Are you collecting like doomsday stuff? Because it sure looks to me like you are collecting doomsday devices. Like, look at all these rockets. So am I not supposed to use that rocket then? But I am supposed to use the rocket. But how am I supposed to use the rocket? I can't. Oh, I have an idea. I don't know if this will actually work, but we will try. I'd also actually really love to visit Australia. Is it like Mad Max there? Like, is that a real... I'm just kidding. Is that like basically the world that you live in? I did see a video the other day. I meant to post it on Discord, but I also didn't want to be... I wasn't sure if it was going to like be looked at as kind of offensive, but it was this guy that was like, oh, can I not... What? It was a guy that was basically doing an ad for visiting Australia in like real, you know, being like, yeah, so put together, I guess you guys call saltwater crocodiles salties, which sounds unbelievably misleading. It sounds like something that could be potentially cute, and it's actually like a crocodile that could eat you alive or something like that. The way that he had it all, the way he said it all, it was so funny. And I meant to message Scarecrow and be like, so is this like what living in Australia is like? Look at those cords. No, 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 no. Oh, I see. But I still need a rocket. Not even my... This is all confusing to me. Do Australians drink Foster's? What is Foster's? Oh, I'm supposed to talk to Fen and say, the bad feeling I got is still hanging around. Something's definitely not right. Rosie's got a lot of explaining to do once we get back to the Oasis. I should have been more suspicious from the start. If you were more suspicious, then I'd probably still be alone in the temple. Now let's get out of this drain and see what's going on. Why did we ever have any reason to suspect Rosie, though? Like, she was super chill. She was super cool. And she was helpful. Where's everybody gone? This is creeping me out. We have to find Rosie. Rosie is rusty. Their motto is Foster's Australian for beer. Oh, Foster's Australian for beer. It's Australian for beer. Oh, let me know. Wolf's like, let me know if you need assistance with this stupid cave. You know what I'm going to do before that? I'm going to save. Because saving. I find it funny that he'd be a crab when, like, Mr. Krabs would never give a fair amount for ever. Okay, so we're gonna go into this stupid cave. This thing is looking really ominous when it's open. Are you sure we need to go in there? I think we have to, Fen. Why do they call them shiners? Foster's isn't really popular. They just had a foreign marketing campaign. My dad drank quadruple X. I remember sitting in the back seat with a case on my lap. 4 X's. It's a lot of X's. Oh my. Look at this. They're like... Oh my gosh, are you serious? Wow, I hate this music. Or, not the music, but I hate, like, the... Is that gonna close behind me? Yeah, okay. Rusty? Dot? You really shouldn't have come back here. What are you doing? Let him go, Rosie! Do you know how many shiners were hurt capturing him? He's a monster. Is he attached in there or is he just hanging out? Now he's just a battery in my mech suit and I'm finally strong enough to keep your kind out. Isn't that like kind of what Ridley wears to fight the alien queen in Aliens? It's like this mech suit. Tiny little feet. You lied to me! I used you! You're a tool! And I needed someone to disable those pesky devices. He built them to draw all the power from my fusion distillery, but no more! Okay, so wait. Rusty built the Doomsday devices to draw power away from her? Rosie, I feel so betrayed.
Is this Rusty?
That's Rusty, right there. He's looking down. He's wearing a hat. You can't really see his face right now.
Rusty.
This reactor will give me what I need to control my kin. An endless supply of moon juice. That's sewer for beer. I don't know, maybe not. They will have no reason to wander off. They will stay safe and show me the respect I deserve. You and Girahim would get along well together. Ah, so this is what you meant when you said shiners were deranged and dangerous. There's Rusty. See his face? The earthquakes. The reactor is unstable. Vectron tech. No, you're unstable. I'm finally in control. You're insane. Enough of this. Oh, snap. It's us against Rosie. Boom. Oh, I'm hitting Rusty. I feel so bad. Oh my gosh. Have to trust someone to be betrayed. I never have. That's fair. You do need to trust somebody to be betrayed.
Don't kill Rusty.
I will not kill Rusty, you sweet little thing. He's like, get out. You just get on out of here, you robot. Maybe he's holding on. Maybe. Oh my gosh. At least I have this armor. That's cool. Oh, as I land and get hurt in the process. Oh. Whoa, that was awesome. He's like, yeah, you can do it, Rosie. Save all our shiner butts. How do I... Are they supposed to... Oh my gosh. Well, that was dumb. Okay. I'm ready. Oh, what? That was so bad. Hold the phone. How does that work? I thought I was supposed to hit that back at her. Rosie, calm down. Can we just hug it out?
Where's Rosie a bad guy?
I think I'm supposed to...
Where's Rosie a bad guy? Where's Rosie?
There we go. No, that didn't help. What? I have so many questions. Oh, I do have a bazooka, actually.
Why is Rosie...
I am dying. Rosie's mad.
Where's Rosie mad?
Oh, that's it.
Where's Rosie mad?
Boom. She's mad because I don't know, she's mad. Thanks for being here, Peony. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Can I... Oh my goodness. I just heard that bird snuff it.
Where's the
Rosie!
bird?
Calm down. I'm sure we can talk this out. It's fine. Oh, my life is so low. Oh.
Then get some
This is
water.
bananas. Holy cow. Okay, I was totally not prepared. Rosie packs a punch for sure. I love how invested Auden is in Rusty's safety. I know. She's like, Rusty. Well, this is literally the first time she's ever seen him in her life.
Did you find
Oh,
Rusty?
yeah. Peony is dealing with some serious, crazy issues with her house.
Did you find Rusty?
I'm tired of digging, Grandpa.
No, we'll have to find Rusty.
We did find Rusty. He's in that big suit. I guess we take every single one of these, which doesn't make sense if you have full life, but that's okay. We're gonna do this all again? There we go. No, skip it. Enough of this. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna hit you with my pickaxe until... Okay, I think I know how to do this, maybe? Oh. Oh. Okay, okay. That was good. Oh, that was not good! Oh. Why the bug? Why? He's like, yeah, you get him, Rosie! How do you dodge these? Can you, like... No. You just gotta dodge all the time, every day? Wow, that sucks. Okay, that was better. You just straight up gotta...
The granny.
Oh, shoot.
Mom,
Did you see the granny?
yeah.
I didn't see the granny. Oh. I'm gonna hit your behind, Rosie. Okay, I need life. Oh, there is the granny. Yep, you're right.
Go.
Ah! Oh, okay.
He followed.
Alexa, stop, please. What are these things? Are they just...
Magic ball factory.
They're magic balls, yes. Magical balls.
Heal.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. There's acid down there. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Okay, no more. Ah. Oh, what? I hate cronies. Oh, but they do give you life. Oh, at least you can see her on the map. Oh. That's very helpful, actually. She's just snuffing out those birds. Oh.
The granny.
Oh.
The granny.
Did I get her? No. Oh, shoot. Oh! I'm gonna miss it. Or am I gonna miss it? Nope. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Come on, Dot! Move it or lose it! Oh my gosh. I feel... Oh! Oh my gosh! Rosie! Simadana! Rosie! Oh, no. Yeah, that's good. There is no safe place, baby. Ah! Oh! Oh my gosh. It would help if I could actually do this while I jump. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, boom, Rosie. Oh. Is that taking my life down too? Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, my life is so low. No, it's not. Not anymore. Well, yes, it is. Thanks for that. Oh my gosh.
How do you kill him?
I don't know. You just gotta keep moving. Keep running. Oh my gosh. This is bananas. How do you keep your eye on everything that's going on? Ow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what you
Oh.
get, Rosie.
That's what you get, Rosie. You tell her. We did it! Maybe. Phase 2? Well, that's too dang bad. We're gonna have to get out of here before it blows. Okay, wait. One time we had a brown liquid leak through the bathroom light in our apartment and pool in the lighting fixture. Ew, gross. That's so gross. The reactor, it's gonna blow! The quakes will destroy everything. You must get out of here. Scrap that. We'll make it out together. Will we? This thing's going haywire. Let's get out of here now. Oh my gosh, we are literally all gonna go to space. Oh, we're moving so slow. Hey, DJ, how are you? Happy Tuesday. Wait. Oh, okay. Come on, Fen, we have to hurry. There's no way we'll make it back to the city like this, but I can get the two of you out in time. Oh, Fen is gonna... I'm not leaving you down here. You can't go through this thing with us. There's no time to argue. There's no other way. You two get in here now. We're gonna say goodbye to Fen. I'll come back for you. I know you will. Now go. What does that mean? We're going to see you around, Dot. Yeah, it's because some British accents sound like they're saying Tuesday instead of Tuesday. Look at them all. They're like, well, I'll be darned. Look at all this fire. There's fire everywhere. What are we going to do? What tarnation's happening? Oh, and there are even some of the shiners. Look, there's the friggin' what's his face? Yeah! Get out of the way! Mayors and child bots first! I'm sorry, I'm going as fast as I can, Turtle Bucket. Calm down, folks, one at a time. Form an orderly line, not line now, you hear? We ain't got time for lines! Just get on the rocket before this old place collapses on us! Bolt your jaw, son. We've still got bots down in the darn mine. We can't just leave folk behind. Mr. Heisenberg is ready to ignite the rocket, but I can hold the launch for a minute or two. Then we have to blast off. I love her little leg. Why do I feel like I have a hair that is touching my arm? Beep, boop, bargalar. Barnacle Jones. Yeah, you said it, Mr. Barnacle. What? I ain't said nothing. Oh, he's pretending to be him. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Surprise. How did Fen do that? There's that photosensitivity warning every time you load the game, and I always wondered why. Then we get to this room, and I was like, oh, that's why. Oh, there you are, dearie. Thank goodness you're safe. Good show. I was worried that you'd got yourself lost. I see you found that red-scarfed miner, but where's that glowing little friend of yours? It's a long story. I have to... Well, I'm happy to see you safe and sound, but I must stress that we really are out of time. Everybody aboard the rocket. Ty Nuzak? Time for some steambot space adventures. Yeah! So wait a minute. Mr. Barnacle isn't gonna get on the thing? Oh my gosh, we did it. But we didn't actually see them take off. Look at Dot's face. Look at him. Look at Barnacle. He looks terrified. Oh, but there's the rocket takeoff, and the cultists are like either celebrating or they're mad that they missed the rocket. I don't think so. One of them looks happy. Dude, this sounds so sad. But I guess that's because we left Fen behind. There are 4 rockets? We had to leave our little glowing friend behind. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta... Sometimes in games... people do really nice things, but... Oh, question mark? Oh, they're rebuilding civilization in space. Find Fen. With a checkbox. I have an hour to kill. I do have an hour to kill. I'd probably just move over to Haiku the Robot just for the last end of stream. That's what I've been playing on my own. Time for the lost levels. That game was so fun. It was the perfect amount of time. It was really, really fun. I can see why everybody likes it so much. Steamworld Heist takes place after this game. Okay, got it. She has not 100%ed Mario Wonder yet, no, but she did beat it on her own. She kind of like let that drop, just kind of like, she was just like, oh yeah, I beat Mario Wonder the other day. And I was like, what? You didn't tell me that. So she beat it, but she hasn't 100%ed it. She's still trying to get like all the, she's trying to get the top of the flagpoles and all the standees and all that stuff. And she hasn't done all the special worlds either. She can't, or the special levels. She can't find entrances to some of the special. I don't think she's found some of the special worlds yet because she's struggling to find the entrances.
Is this the end?
This is the end. When you see the words going up like that, that means it's the end. You miss Fen? Yeah. Come here, baby. It's okay. Sometimes in games, they make it so you have to say goodbye to certain characters, but maybe we'll find Fen again in another Steamworld game. Maybe. Ooh, I still have a piece of fiberglass in that hand. You can go watch Bluey. She was so excited. I know, right? She can...
It's a robot game too.
It's true. She can go watch my VODs. Or I'll just look it up for her. Ander is making homemade chicken cordon bleu tonight for dinner, and I'm so excited about it. Nice to see. Yeah, no, not dark bramble. That looks like brittle hollow. That's what that looks like. Brittle hollow was the one that was all broken up and had the big black hole in the middle. Listen up, Omega. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. You gotta be strong. I know, it's totally true. I don't know if she's ever witnessed a kind of a sad thing happening in a game. I don't know. Maybe she has. I can't really remember. That was really fun. I love Metroidvania games. I love them. I will play them all. I love them. How dare you? Thanks for playing. For support or any questions, tweet us. I'll have to play the first one someday. But this one was really fun. I liked Dot, and I just loved the whole aesthetic of it, all the steampunk, and I just loved it. Okay, so it took me 10 hours. I was pretty on par with how long to beat said, right? 18 deaths. I made $11,475, and I found 53% of the secrets. I will say there were all the caves at the end in that fungal place. I did not go into all the caves at the very, very end.